Matterhorn, Crimes of Man, 13 tracks for 76 minutes, if you don't mind. Debut album of all original material from this Adelaide-based four-piece that formed in 2009. Wow. Released independently March 2018. Produced by Jared Nettle and the band at SA Rehearsal and Recording Studio in Adelaide. One promo track has been released so far, Memory of the Guilty. Who's going first?
Go. Powerful and heavy as fuck, but there's a hell of a lot of swing and groove to this, man. Great switches in tempo too. One of their strengths is knowing when to stop playing and leave a space for a drum fill or a riff to take a moment. There's some great composition on these songs. Gives a great sense of the band writing and performing together. Very impressive vocals from the singer. She's got a great voice and it fits the music perfectly. Some very cool original ideas on this album. There's moments that make you stop and think, fuck, what are they doing here? This is cool. There is a lot to digest on this album with 7 songs over 6 minutes in length, and one of those is over 9 minutes. It's a long album, but it's well worth your commitment and time giving it a listen. The closing epic track, the riff, 9.5 minutes. Honestly, they did capture the same vibe that I got from listening to the first Black Sabbath album the first time I heard it.
Wow. Okay.
Very creepy and atmospheric. It really builds into something. I'd be interested to see where this band as they grow, because I reckon they've got a hell of a future. 9 out of 10. Judge Nort, Guest of His Majesty, Memory of the Guilt, Jade, and the Riff.
Nice.
I was completely unaware of this band, and this jumped out at me from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, what a huge sound. They really swung for the fences on this. And,
they got that.
You know, and what a voice. Is it Amanda Ozolins, I think it is?
Ozolins, yeah.
Holy shitballs, can that girl sing? Yep. Oh my God, it was amazing. Metal guitar at its finest, played properly. Yep. I love with metal guitar when it syncs up with the rhythm section. It becomes almost a percussion instrument, but then we'll cut away and come back again. It was incredible. The bass sound was gorgeous. Yep. Quite often gets lost in a metal album, I find.
They did it justice here.
Yeah, It sounded great. The drums were big and beautiful. It was amazing. Lyrically, really interesting. But metal bands often hit social issues.
Yes.
But not like this.
These went straight at it.
Yeah, but tackled it differently. And they didn't go necessarily the really big issue. They got quite specific. Yeah. And tackled it from a really interesting take, which is not... This style of music, I wouldn't expect that. And it was cool. You're right. A long listen. I never got bored. In fact, I wanted more at the end of it.
Wow.
These guys really know how to craft a song. I've got to see this live. I'll drive to Adelaide. I'm coming. This is amazing. I gave it 9.5 out of 10.
Wow.
The highlights were Burial Ground Drive, Guest of His Majesty, and Asylum.
Guest of His Majesty, the subject matter of that alone is very fucking... It's pinpoint. Yeah. And... fucking dark.
There's your soundtrack for Australia Day, kids.
Ooh, don't tell Triple M that. Adelaide brings some pounding metal on this one. Amanda Ozolins, I hope I got that right, is out front on vocals and she crushes it. Ooh, yeah. Melodic, but some nice aggression in the tone for sure that suits the driving rhythms on this. Lyrics are pretty well thought out. Some serious craft in here that tells some compelling stories. Some very serious subject matter in here as well. This is, in my opinion, I know that there's a different take on it, but it's a very traditional heavy metal album in a lot of respects. There are some more fun stuff on here though too, like the drive song that was later on. There's a bit of fun to be had in here too. Like that's cool. Yeah. The production's pretty damn good. Hits all the spots of this. Good balance of the heavier and the light. The top and the bottom end meets really well in the middle, and this leaps out of the fucking speakers at you. Not a soundwall though, which is good. It's got a nice use of depth. One of those ones you can feel pumping out though, and that's really cool and fitting for this style of music. Really nice use of the groove and tempo shifts to break things up, which is well done and important for a longer listen in my opinion. And I love the use of space on this too. They've nailed when it's okay to leave a little gap to add to the effect of the pounding when it kicks back in. That's really well done. They've taken a while to get to this point because I think they were a cover band up until this one came out, if I've done my research correctly. Well worth the wait. They've done this damn well. The only downside for me is that there isn't really that place to take a breath, so to speak. And I know that for some people out there, you don't want that place to take a breath. And for me, I wanted to have something...
That's amazing after the Ministry album.
The Ministry album goes for nearly half the time, so it's a bit of a difference in that respect. And also in the Ministry album, for example, you had soundscape moments balanced out by bang, 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 bang. This one goes pretty hell for leather for most of the time. Which is, as I was about to say, like a lot of people want that out of a metal album, so I completely respect that. But there are some people like me that go, just give me something in the middle there. It would have benefited from something that was an instrumental even, where you just go the whole traditional turn from side A to side B, kind of just give yourself a mental break. I'd also like to see how Amanda would handle a more spaced out track with a ballad vibe. I don't want a ballad from the band, but just something that more in that direction, because I reckon she's got the chops for it, and on something like that, she would just make the album stand out more. Like on an album like this, a song that's a bit more spaced out and paced differently would really leap out and go, hang on, they're doing something pretty different with this. And I know they get to that later on.
I was too busy smiling.
Okay, well, you do that then. But there's a really cool part in Children of the Sun that shows what I mean, and the riff as well showcases that a bit more as well. Not quite where I'm going with, but those two moments or those two songs show you a bit more of what I would like to see. But they're further on in the album. If they'd have been sort of more toward the middle, like put the riff in the middle then, for example, as opposed to closing with it, would have broken things up a bit more for me, in my opinion. But the performances are all fucking fantastic. Not a single foot put wrong. Yeah, I said that right. It all feels organic, and that's really cool. You know when you stop for a second, you go, did I say that right or not? And then you go, yeah, I got it right, okay. Yeah. You can tell they'll be really solid live on the back of this, and I would love to see it as well. Great guitar work, fantastic rhythm section holding it all down, and some really damn good vocals out front. If you like metal, you really need to give this a go. This is one that should satisfy a lot of people out there. The flip side is for me that for a long listen, it becomes a bit taxing after a little while for me. I know you didn't get tired of it. For me, it was just the length of the album got to me a little bit at the end. You could almost, in one context, take a few more songs and make two albums in rapid succession out of the volume of content here, which would have maybe served them better in the long run. I don't know. Closing with an epic 9.5 minute track is a nice touch, though. I would have liked it in the middle of the album, like I was saying before, but it does. I do like it when they close with an album like that. But that track shows the true talent in this band more than the other stuff, in my opinion. It's a really good listen, probably a little bit too much for me in the end, but that one put others off, and it shouldn't put you off from checking it out either. There are no dud tracks in this. If any one of these tracks come up on shuffle, you're going to stick with it.
Yep.
Not a question of the songwriting. Songwriting is great. Solid album in all respects. 8.5 out of 10. Burial Ground, Children of the Sun, The Riff, Lucid Awakening, and Poison Scars were my standouts. Check it out for yourselves. Let us know what you think. Speak.